Greetings, Masterpiece Network. I'm Danielle Palli with Masterpiece Living, and you might know me from the Doc Roger and Friends podcast. The mic and the pop filter might give me away. And also, I've been providing some of the meditations you've been receiving in your weekly email. Now, this meditation I'd like to bring you is a little harder to translate in audio, so I wanted to bring it in video form. And I do hope that everyone out there continues to stay safe and well. I realize this is a challenging and stressful time, so the meditation I'd like to bring you today is alternate nostril breathing. It is a little bit of an odd one. It comes from yoga, but it's really good for mental clarity, calming your nervous system. If you have insomnia, this is one that you might want to do about an hour or so prior to bedtime to just kind of begin to decompress. And it's also really good for clearing out your lungs. So I'm going to show you first the hand positioning because you're going to actually be doing something with the meditation. And then we're going to go through three variations. Now, a couple of caveats. You're not going to do it wrong. And if you find that as we progress through the variations, you don't like one, you are totally welcome to go back to a previous version. So this is your practice. And above all, if you ever become lightheaded or have trouble breathing, stop and just let your breathing return to normal. So to prep for this, I mentioned hand positioning. So when you see people doing alternate nostril breathing, they are actually breathing in through one nostril at a time. So you might choose to adopt that hand position. For some people, that's kind of uncomfortable. So another variation would be just to use your thumb and forefinger. And then a third variation is even just one finger at a time. Okay. So we're going to begin. I'd like you to sit comfortably, lengthen your spine. Imagine there's kind of a string suspending you from the ceiling. So you have to sit tall, draw the shoulders back, down, away from your ears. Your eyes can be open or closed. And I want you to begin by just taking a couple of deep breaths. I'm resting my hands in my lap. You might want to do the same. And when you're ready, making the choice, either thumb, forefinger, or back and forth. I'm going to do an in between. I'm actually going to close off one side. Don't worry about one side, which side. We're going to do both. And slowly inhale as slowly as you can without breaking the breath. So it's one continuous breath. Inhale and exhale through the same side. Keep going. And the beauty of this is I look goofy. I can't see you. So don't worry what you look like. Good. Now go ahead and switch sides. Again, doesn't matter which one you started on for the purposes of this particular meditation. Inhale, pause, exhale. Good. Now go ahead and return your hands to your lap and take a couple of deep breaths through your nose. Okay, so variation two. Now you can stay with that just doing one side at a time, or now we're going to alternate one side to the other, but we're going to go just in one direction. And again, don't worry about which side you start on as long as you're going back and forth. So I'm going to inhale through one side. I'm going to pause my breath, close off the opposite side, and exhale. Going to go back, inhale, switch, exhale, switch, inhale. I'm going to be quiet for a moment, keep going. And again, there's no worry if you find yourself switching sides, switching the inhale on the exhale. Go ahead, rest your hands in your lap, let your breathing return to normal. You may have noticed it's really hard to think about something else while you're trying to focus your movement and your breath. Okay, so we've done variation one, where we're breathing in and out of one side at a time. And we've also done variation two, where we go one side to the other. And now for the third variation, it's going to be a little trickier. And I'm going to guide you through it. And again, once you begin to breathe, just focus on the breath, focus on the movement, and don't worry so much if you think you've got it right or wrong. If you're practicing this, you're doing something right. So inhale through one side, pause your breath, close off that side, exhale through the opposite. Now stay right where you are. Inhale through that side you just exhaled. Switch, exhale, inhale, switch, exhale, inhale. Keep going on your own for about a minute. And you don't have to match my pace. Your breath might be longer or shorter than mine. In fact, the more you can slow down the breath, the better. And go ahead, return your hands to your lap. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out through your nose. And if your eyes are closed, you can open your eyes whenever you're ready. Thanks for joining me. Stay well, everybody.